Hello, and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this one, I'm going to be looking over the brand newly released Talk with the Signers Season Edition that just came out today. They are talking about the feedback they got and the changes they are making because of that to rewards in the new season and stuff like that after they got a lot of negative feedback apparently from the community. I saw some of that in the Discord and in other videos that creators made. And, well, they took the feedback to heart, and within days, like literally just like a couple days, they changed things and are now improving a lot of rewards and just the season by a lot, I would say. So I'm actually very impressed by this. I mean, many or most, basically every gacha company I know or publisher, developer, they would not react in such a positive fashion, and they would not react as quickly. But Lilith Games apparently know what they're doing, and, well, they are doing a lot of good things with these changes here that we will go over in this video. So, as it says on the start here, hi everyone, we've been surprised, I'm sure you have, by the amount of feedback and suggestions we received from the community about the new season. Of course, meaning they got a ton of people being very mad and angry and just saying they would quit the game, stuff like that. And of course, that raises a lot of alarm bells for Lilith Games, and, well, they looked into their soul and come up with some changes to, well, dampen the blow that people felt, no matter if it was justified or not. So they talk a bit about the updates here, and they acknowledge that there may have been oversights in reward distribution during the recent season launch. Right, a lot of bad feedback. They apologize, etc., etc. We've decided to adjust the rewards for season AFK stage, and the legend trials, and the corrupt creatures, and battle drills to match those during the starter story. Of course, the big stink among the community being that the rewards were scaled down for all of these things to what the starter story or non-season launch content gave us. And it says, moving forward, we're committed to maintaining this level of generosity for every new season, meaning they haven't just walked back some changes this first season, but then going to revert back to it later seasons when the feedback isn't as swift and harsh and bad. So they are just committed to just keeping this new revised reward structure being the same as the launch reward structure, and just keeping that moving forward into every new season. So that's great. I mean, that's really good, right? That's not something that they had to do, of course, but I'm very happy that they decided just to react in such a positive manner for the community. Of course, some more colorful words here. So the changes that will take effect very soon this week, they are buffing the AFK rewards, because one big negative thing that players commented on was that there were no longer any letters, well, pulls or diamonds in the stages, but now that'll be added back, the same as it was in the starter season. So every 5 stages you get a letter and then diamonds. So you're going to get a lot of extra pulls and such in the first 1200 here. So getting a lot of summon income from that, so great, of course, for players, both new and veteran. And they are redoing the legend trials, because I believe they had like no acorns, or practically no acorns, in the legend trial, which was a very bad thing, because acorns, at least for me, is basically the resource I'm lacking the most right now. And it would really hurt not having any income of that, right? Especially because it looks like the new battle pass for the season doesn't have any. If that is actually the case, because I haven't gotten to the season myself yet, still a day away, this will be the best acorn income we will get. So very good that we're getting the 10 acorns every 10 floors, meaning 4 towers times 10 times 9, so 90 times 4, 360. So that's a very good amount of acorns to get a few more heroes up. Very good, very good. And of course, also they will include pulls, 36, and 360 of the blue essences, which is like almost 2.5, 0 to 5 level ups. Very good. And 120 gold essences, temporal essences, which will be like 1.7 or so, 5 to 10 EX upgrades. So that is pretty good. It's pretty good, Very good change here to just add those rewards back up. And apparently they made changes to the corrupt creatures, which I didn't know were nerfed. I guess they were. So they will now give 15 of the epic, like, fragments, basically, that you need 60 to collect to summon a random epic hero. I'm not sure if this is every single creature or just the ones that gives epics, because, of course, in the starter season, you got, like, some had epics or epic fragments, others had, like, the A tier fragments. Guess we'll see. And they also scaled the battle drill rewards back up to how they were. And they also readjusted the diamond rewards in the small medium chests from 50 to 30 and 30 to 60. Because again, the community were outraged that the chests in the new season, in exploration mode, etc., in story, didn't have the same rewards that they used to. Just basically, the devs just completely going back to the starter level of rewards for basically every single type of content. So that's great, right? That's great. They also quickly talk about the damage nerf to true damage, like Marilee and Corian here, of course, being specifically targeted, and what they think about that. They do start by saying, don't worry, we are not rotating out this type of hero, so they aren't intending to just nerf true damage into the ground, which is good. They do want to keep it around, but they just made these changes to have it be more balanced and not just make true damage like the end-all be-all for bosses, etc. I can still understand the annoyances and complaints of people, especially free-to-play, that have invested a lot of resources into these heroes from day one, and now those heroes that they might have invested most of their time and effort and resources in might not be as good anymore. But still, Marilee should at least still be number 2 in damage. So she's not going away anytime soon, I think, for many bossing teams. Hopefully. Anyway. So at least that's a generally good sign here, that true damage heroes will not be completely nuked, at least not this season. And here, of course, some more general information about the, season and on the season schedule here. So they're going to do one update each month, like a general, I guess, like medium to large level update. That will include, events and other things. But they will not add any new progression features in the season outside of the season start itself, right? Because that would be a lot. Just new events every single month within every update. And at the end here, they have a 10 pull code that I will have in the description and maybe pinned comment. Just put this in, get your 10 pulls, and be very happy about that. Also generous. So thank you, devs, for giving us that. With all that being said, though, overall, I'm pretty happy here with what they decided to do due to the feedback they got on the new season and all the backlash and rage they got from the community. I'm not really one to rage or complain a lot, at least not in things like this. But I can understand the complaints of some people due to the nerfed rewards, but at the same time, some of it was definitely blown out of proportion. But still, I'm very happy that they responded in the way they did. They didn't just, snap it away. They didn't just handshake it away. They didn't just bury their hand in the snow and not address it. Like, within a couple days, came up with this, decided to completely just basically apologize and say sorry. We fucked up. We didn't realize that this was going to be received so badly. We thought the changes were good or were fine, but we realized we made a mistake. So here, we are reverting these changes. And sure, they would not have done this probably, or most definitely if it wasn't a lot for the community feedback. So good on you, community, for pushing back on things you didn't think were good or negative for the player base or the consumer. But at the same time, I'm still very happy that they responded in such a positive way to the feedback instead of going into like a fight or battle with the community, which never ends well. So with all this being said here, I'm very happy with this change. And I'm also very happy and positive towards the future of AFK Journey when we have devs like this that seem to actually take constructive criticism and change things rapidly when things are not as good as it should be. Anyhow, though, what do you think of this dev letter here? What do you think of the changes, the reverting of the changes? Are you happy with this? Should they have done more, you think? What did they not do that you want them to do in this update? And leave all those comments down below in the comment section. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, got any value out of it, please subscribe, like, all that good stuff to support this channel and more AFK Journey content. That being said, hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.